They tore down my barn at 2 a.m., but their faces 3 days later were pure poetry. I thought the showdown peaked when they skulked around, measuring my grass like it was a crime scene, until the HOA roared in with bulldozers and flattened my family's three-generation barn without a whisper. I didn't yell. I just hit record. 72 hours later, their $5 million resort was smothered under wheat sacks. They expected a broken farmer, but what they found inside those bags silenced them. The whole town turned out to watch, and there I was, grinning behind the lens. Did I push it too far? My name is Nathan Caldwell, and 6 months ago, if you'd told me I'd be locked in a legal brawl with a homeowners association over grass height, I'd have laughed you off my land. But there I stood, Tuesday morning at 7 a.m., staring at a letter on Gilded Meadowbrook Estates HOA stationery, as if fancy paper made their nonsense legit. Dear property owner, it began, and I braced for absurdity. My wild prairie grass native, knotweeds had grown over 6 inches, violating their aesthetic standards. Not my lawn, but the natural border my grandfather left untouched since 1952, a haven for bees and wildlife. My late wife, Clara, and our daughter, Lily, used to count wildflowers there every spring. The letter, signed by Cassandra Holt, HOA president, demanded I fix it in 14 days or face $500 daily fines. For grass. On my land. Lily, 9, found it out, backpack swinging. Dad, why are you mad at the grass? She asked, eyeing the letter. Some lady hates our wildflowers, I said. Her face crumpled. But Mom planted those. The bees need them. Clara's memory stung, but Lily was right. That meadow was our history. Beyond the fence, Meadowbrook sterile mansions loomed $800,000 beige boxes, devoid of soul. They wanted my land to match their soulless sprawl. The kicker? My farm wasn't even in their jurisdiction. I checked county records when they started building. Yet Cassandra claimed visual buffer zone authority. I called Ben Travers, a lawyer friend who'd navigated this county's laws for decades. That morning, I fixed a fence with Lily, her chatter about bird highways easing my fury. Then I spotted a black sedan across the road, snapping photos, not tourist shots, but calculated surveillance. Dad, why's that car spying? Lily asked. It sped off, but I noted the plate and prograde camera. This wasn't neighborly. That night, I dug into Cassandra Holt online. She'd moved in 6 months ago, seizing HOA control with promises to modernize and erase agricultural blight. Her past was darker. In Colorado, she'd forced a ranch sale. In Arizona, she'd gutted a vineyard's zoning. She targeted farms, and a decade-old tragedy explained why. Her daughter, Elise, 18, died in a crash with a farm truck, chasing her dream of agricultural work against Cassandra's wishes. Her grief fueled a vendetta against my kind. At 9 p.m., my phone pinged with a text from an unknown number. Mr. Caldwell, Cassandra Holt, HOA. Let's resolve the grass issue amicably. Can we meet? Odd timing. Checking the animals before bed, I caught a figure with a flashlight measuring my fence line. By the time I reached them, they'd vanished, leaving survey flags and dirt marks. The next morning, I found professional-grade stakes along my property, not a petty HOA stunt, but a calculated land grab. Ben confirmed my land was outside their reach, but obscure 1970s visual impact rules could be twisted. The stakes suggested Cassandra sought leverage or something specific on my land. Ben mentioned Moonshine Hollow, a Prohibition-era smuggling hub with rumored tunnels under my property, tying to Lily's barn sketches odd maps we'd found behind a loose board. Cassandra's campaign intensified. A video of her midnight measuring went viral on local Facebook, splitting neighbors between property rights and HOA dogma. Dylan Lee, a 23-year-old YouTuber, wanted to interview me. Then came a certified letter from Holt & Partners, a big city law firm, threatening a lawsuit unless I complied within 30 days. Their report claimed my unkempt farm tanked Meadowbrook's property values, backed by photos and resident testimonies. But their survey revealed a fatal flaw: water rights I didn't know I had, predating their development by 90 years. In the barn, Lily and I unearthed Grandpa's leather folder 1890 deeds, 1923 maps showing a creek running through Cassandra's resort site, and water rights giving me control over their flow. Lily matched her sketches to the maps, spotting underground channels. Ben nearly choked. "These rights trump everything," he said. "Cassandra needs your permission to build." Environmental laws bolstered my claim, protecting my grass as watershed. But Cassandra's grief, Clara's words hurt people gnawed at me. The next day, Cassandra showed up with a golden retriever puppy for Lily, a manipulative gift. "Children shouldn't suffer over adult disputes," she said, her smile a veiled threat. Lily was smitten, but I saw the play. I was set to attend a 3-day AG conference, leaving Lily with friends. Cassandra struck. At 2:15 a.m., Lily called, scared. "Dad, bulldozers are at our house." My cameras showed 2 machines raising our barn, Grandpa's 1952 handiwork, Clara's sanctuary, Lily's art haven, while a suited man waved emergency hazard papers. Sheriff Ed Collins arrived too late, outmaneuvered by legal jargon. Madison, Lily's 13-year-old friend, live-streamed it on TikTok, hitting 50,000 views by dawn. Dylan's sunrise stream of the wreckage drew 200,000, dubbing it an HOA outrage. I got home at 6 a.m. to find Cassandra with architects, planning her resort on my ruins. Lily sobbed, clutching the puppy. "They broke Grandpa's barn, Dad. Mom's tools, my maps gone." The bulldozers had churned the ground, hinting at something beneath. 72 hours later, I unleashed my counterstrike. Using my water rights, I filed to store farm goods along the creek smack in Cassandra's $5 million spa site. At 6 a.m. Saturday, 12 trucks and 6 workers stacked 260-pound wheat sacks 20 feet high, live-streamed with the caption, "Exercising my ancestral water rights." 15,000 watched in an hour. Cassandra arrived at 8 o'clock, frantic, screaming about injunctions and agricultural terrorism. Ben had prepped for every legal dodge. Construction halted, workers gawked, and neighbors called it the Great Wheat Rebellion. Then the ground shifted. The bag's weight sank a patch of loose soil, opening a sinkhole. 30 bags vanished into a 12-foot-deep chamber lined with wooden shelves and Prohibition-era moonshine bottles. A crate held Diamond Jack McGraw's journal, detailing a smuggling empire. Dylan's stream hit 500,000 viewers. The FBI's archaeological unit and state historians swarmed in. Cassandra's resort sat on a protected historical site, her surveys illegal under the Archaeological Resources Protection Act. Agent Carla Ruiz revealed Jack's tunnels spanned 15 chambers, moving $50 million in 1920s liquor. His insurance, records, bribes, photos, receipts implicated county officials. Cassandra's detective had mapped the tunnels, knowing their value. Her project was dead. Cassandra's final blow came Tuesday. Child Protective Services, tipped by her, probed Lily's safety amid dangerous digs. At an emergency custody hearing, Lily's testimony, "I want to stay with Dad to protect our history," and support from archaeologists and the ACLU crushed Cassandra's ploy. Under oath, she admitted hiding the site's significance and lying about Elise's death, not a farm truck crash, but suicide after Cassandra scorned her farming dreams. "I told her farming was beneath us," she sobbed. "She said I'd rather have a dead daughter than a farmer." Lily's touch, "I'm sorry, but Elise would want you to help, farming broke her." The judge dismissed the custody claim, ordered restitution for my barn, and sentenced Cassandra to community service. Her resort scrapped. The land became the Diamond Jack McGraw National Historic Site. Cassandra now volunteers, guiding visitors with Lily on a memorial garden for lost loved ones, using wildflowers. Lily calls her Miss Cassandra, their bond teaching me forgiveness. Grief twisted Cassandra, but compassion healed her. Our farm thrives, a beacon of history, proof that justice, sown with empathy, blooms for generations.